All right, now let's do some fun stuff here. Watch some Stargate outtakes. So Joseph Mallozzi, he's one of the creators of Stargate SG-1. He's been posting a bunch of like behind-the-scenes clips on his Twitter, and I've not seen most, if not any of these. Some of them I think are relatively like newly released, even though the show is so old. Okay. Okay. Huh.
Let's do it.
Tell me of Kelno Ream.
Actually resembles sleeping.
I was a huge fan of Stargate as a kid. People growing up like the current, like the modern young people, like people who are in their 20 years old now, they probably don't remember like what television was like because they've grown up with streaming. You get like any show you want, anytime you want it. But back in the oldie days, we didn't have streaming services, or at least not like we do today. So you basically had to catch a show on television. You had to like actually watch it live when it broadcast, or you had to catch a rerun later on. And so I'd watch tons and tons and tons of episodes, like completely random orders, because the reruns usually, or at least it appeared to be, that the reruns were never actually in order, or very seldom. So you just like one random episode from season 1, another one from season 3, like just all mixed together. And that's sort of like how I experienced most of Stargate. Uh, but I really enjoyed it, and I ended up going to the library and getting them on DVD and watching basically the entire series on DVD from the library.
And
Yeah, I don't know if any of these clips are any good or not, but there are outtakes and stuff that he uploaded online.
any word from Fraser?
Still waiting for the lab results.
If we delay any longer, it will be too late.
Too late for what? I had it before you did that.
Here we go. And here's the deal. We're all stuck in a time loop, although Teal'c and I seem to be the only ones who realize it. There's an alien device on 639. It shoots a beam at the Stargate, which
Accesses the subspace field that Stargate is capable of generating. It is powered by ionization.
This whole episode, Window of Opportunity, is probably one of my favorite episodes of a television show ever. it's it's like the perfect mix of comedy with good storytelling with great character moments. And when Teal'c starts talking about subspace fields and O'Neill starts talking about time dilation, you know that something's gone horribly wrong.
in the atmosphere, right, which is caused by, wait, I know this one. Magnets.
The geomagnetic storm.
Close. Anyway, I don't know why none of you remember any of this, but I do know for a fact that there is no point in having old Doc Fraser examine us again. So... what?
That's worth a loony for sure, Don. All right.
Here's the deal.
Oh, there's this great clip too. I want to see if I can find it on YouTube. Maybe he read your report. Oh, we just watched this here. Funny scenes. All right.
Unscheduled off-world activation. You know the worst part about this? Every time we loop, Daniel asks me a question, and I wasn't listening the first time.
You are not the only one who must endure some discomfort with you.
Sorry, sir. I didn't realize you were there.
You have said that on many occasions. Perhaps next time I will not be so forgiving.
Section 23 ends with a reference to perennial adventus.
Been over this.
I believe it means the approaching disaster.
Good. Of the machine itself. With recurring use, the machine surrenders to the rigors of time.
It's incorrect, Daniel Jackson.
The word ABCERU means to give up, not surrender.
Okay, this section of the text seems to deal primarily with their arrival on P4X-639. Now this section of the text seems to deal primarily with their arrival on P4X-639. Now this word here, deductivum, is a variation of deductum, which is... Okay, this section of the text seems to deal primarily with their arrival on P4X-639. This appears to be a reference to the gradual degeneration of the machine itself, the foundation of a colony. Guys, you getting this? Because this is important.
Unscheduled off-world activation.
Who knew? Should we not be assisting Daniel Jackson with the translation?
I'm taking this loop off. Telling you, Teal, if we don't find a way out of this soon, I'm gonna lose it. Lose it. It means go crazy. Nuts. Insane. Bonzo. No longer in possession of one's faculties. 3 fries short of
Of a Happy Meal.
Wacko!
Exactly how many of these loops have we been through?
I've lost track.
That must be frustrating.
Yeah.
On the other hand, it's kind of an opportunity.
How's that?
Well, think about it. I mean, if you know in advance that everything is always going to go back to the way it was, then you could do anything for as long as you want without having to worry about consequences. Excuse me. Fine, sir.
Oh, yeah. That'll play. How far is Alaris, anyway?
Several billion miles, man.
That's gotta be a record.
Sorry, sir. I didn't realize.
Excuse me, George. Colonel, what are you doing out of uniform? Handing you my resignation
Resigning? What for?
so I can do this.
What are you smiling at?
Nothing.
That actually wasn't the clip I was looking for, but
Excuse me, General George.
Colonel, what are you doing out of uniform?
Handing you my resignation.
You're resigning? What for?
So I can do this.
That's a cat. Mark.
so these are basically just these others. Some are outtakes, but some of them are also just footage that they used from different cameras in the same room for the same scenes.
Excuse me, General George.
Colonel, what are you doing out of uniform?
Handing you my resignation.
You're resigning? What for?
That's the same one we just saw.
So
Oh, okay. This one's Hammond's reaction. Or that's the gate technician. This one's Hammond's.
B Mark.
B Mark.
Excuse me, George.
Colonel, what are you doing out of uniform?
I'm handing you my resignation.
You're resigning? What for?
So I can do this. A Mark.
B Mark.
And action!
Well, we're still here, Colonel. I assume you were successful.
Yes, sir. You know what they say. If at first you don't succeed,
Attempt once again, General Hammond.
Very good.
Genius.
And cut.
All right, okay.
Okay, so I actually expected. I guess I don't know what I expected because because a lot of the clips that were outtakes just aren't really that great. Which I guess makes sense. I mean that they it's literally just like small shorts of scenes that were in the episodes that they decided not to use. Wormhole extreme outtakes. See, these ones have no audio.
and Michael getting tighter, Richard getting tighter. Here we go. And action!
The positronic.
Okay, reset. All right. I'm sorry. Okay. All right. Concentrate. And
One. Mark.
and
Camera set.
action!
O'Neill, should we not be assisting Daniel Jackson with the translation?
I'm taking this loop off. You know, Teal, if we don't find a way out of this soon, I'm gonna lose it. Lose it. It's another word for go crazy, go nuts, insane, bonzo. No longer in possession of one's faculties. 3 fries short of a Happy Meal. Wacko!
Okay, light off. Light off. Okay, compose yourself. Just give me a reaction to this
Lose it line. Just relax your face and give me a big high bell rock. Here we go. And action.
You know, Teok, if we don't find a way out of this soon, I'm gonna lose it. Lose it.
Try that again. Make it clean. I'm serious.
Okay.
All right.
You know, Teok, if we don't find a way out of this soon, I'm gonna lose it. Lose it.
Cut. Good. Print.
Yeah, I'm skipping some of the other ones. There's a whole bunch of Wormhole Extreme ones too, but they're just not that interesting. Well, it's cool that they got the footage that they're releasing for the first time ever of all these outtakes, but they're not they're not nearly as entertaining as I thought they'd be. I didn't pre-watch them at all because I'm like, oh, I want to go in blind and react to it, but it's like, oh, okay, they're not actually that entertaining. I'm sure you'd much rather have me cover normal political content.